Welcome home to St. Anne's. We want you to know that you're welcome to join us at 10 a.m. on Sundays. Please be sure to hit subscribe to receive our sermons. We can't wait to meet you. So, I've been told in no uncertain terms to keep this short. As I understand it, there's a big game today. So sometimes, brothers and sisters, our secular world and our faith world collide. And some of us are 5'4", and we do what we're told. Plus also, go Chiefs. I love you guys so very, very much that I vested today. Even though under this I am wearing Chiefs red. So I want you to know how important it is to me that you guys are entering the Christian family today, that I vested for you. I still wore my Chucks though. Okay, so this gospel today, what do we do with this? So let's talk about it a little bit before we get to the really, really exciting stuff today, which is welcoming new Christians into our family. And you all know that I love a good baptism, so I'm going to talk fast. And also, there's a football game, and I've been reminded, Meg, it's at 2, not 3. So you have even less time. I'm like, okay, so we're going to do this. Here's what I love about this gospel. They ask, come and see. I love that line, come and see. Because for us Missourians, I think that's a really, really powerful thing, first and foremost. We like to see it, to believe it, you know. But the other thing that I think about this is in our Christian faith, Christians seem to go between two poles. One is my job to make Christians. Like I, as a Christian, am called to go out and make more Christians. Like out of Play-Doh? I don't know. And then the other side, and this is where we Episcopalians frequently, all too often fall. That's their own business, not mine. I'm going to do my little thing over here, and when people are like, so you're a Christian, I may or may not say yes, depending on how awkward the conversation is going to become. Because we live in Missouri, we've all had awkward Christian conversations. Don't act like you haven't. You've had them, and you'll do anything you can to avoid them, because it's weird. Don't act like it's not. Okay, so we Episcopalians frequently are on this side, though I went to seminary with someone who was really, really concerned, because Eric and I were newly married at this point, and she was really concerned with my becoming pregnant. Like, I really, really needed to. And I was of the opinion that, no, I really, really didn't need to, actually. But she thought I did. And she was horrified, because we, as Christians, are called to make more Christians. And I was like, not like that, we don't have to. Ew. So, joke's on me. I have 3 kids now. Okay. But anyway, so there's this idea that, like, it is our job to make Christians, right? Go out and make Christians. Because that's going to get more butts in the pew, and if there are more butts in the pew, then chances are my pension's going to get a little bit better. And I like my pension. So, make more Christians, y'all. Or keep your mouth shut because it gets weird. But really, folks, neither one of those is our big issue. Really, we are called to live a Christian life, and when we live that Christian life, we can't help but share it. You are not called to make Christians because that in some way, I don't know, perpetuates it. It's bizarre to me. I don't get it. Like I said, if I cared more about my pension, I would definitely be into you guys making more Christians, because it has a direct impact on my bottom line. But the other thing is, we are not called to be over here and to hide it either. Our Christian faith and our life is not a secret because it's our life. It is our everything. It is who we are. It's not something that you and I do from if Meg starts on time, 10:02. And that's me starting on time. Let's not kid ourselves. Until, let's also not kid ourselves, 10:47 on a Sunday morning. It is what we do outside of here. That is our Christian life. And that is what we are called. When people see our lives, we say, come and see. I'm not here to convert you. I'm not here to save you. I'm not here to fix you, because believe it or not, God is fully equipped to save God's humans. God is fully equipped to make more Christians. God got this. We're good. God figured this out already. Would you believe that the God that we worship is big enough to have figured this out already? That is not our job. Your job is not to go make Christians. God got this. This whole Jesus person, you see. But when we live our Christian life really, truly, people can't help but be like, In a world of secular humanism, which is driven by materialism and stuff and greed and competition, when you and I live a Christian life, people can't help but go, that's countercultural. How are they doing that? Like, they actually like other people? What? They're not really that consumed by materialism? What? They seem to be okay with whatever is going on around them. And they seem to want to make a difference in the world around them. What? They can't help but notice. And you want to know what our role is in that moment when people can't help but notice? We say, come and see. Come and see if this God that you and I worship is so big and so amazing, if maybe, just maybe, your life might be impacted by it too. Now, from the way I just said that, it means you're going to grab them by the wrist and be like, come on over to St. Anne's Episcopal Church. It's on Independence Avenue. You'll love it. It's great. They get this weirdo priest. I choose to do that. Yes. Literally those words, right? You're like, we ain't seen nothing like this before. Trust me. Come listen to this lady. Yeah. Come listen to this weirdo. You might do that because maybe, just maybe, St. Anne's Episcopal Church is the right home for those people. And I hope so. I would love for this to be the perfect place for every single human ever. Is it? Maybe not. But is God the right God for every single human person? Absolutely. Absolutely. And you and I are called to support all Christians and their faith and life journey. Absolutely, 100%. So maybe it means saying, hey, I've got plenty of room next to me in my seat, and I will grab a cup of coffee with you, and we will talk about this, and maybe you'll like going to St. Anne's, maybe you won't, or maybe it's just supporting them, going through a divorce or something, and they're like, how are you living this life where you're okay with everything, and their world is falling apart? Maybe that's what it means to come and see. Whatever it is, there's a way that your presence is called to be there. Whatever that is. And I ask you, I beg of you, be willing to be that disciple. Because here's the thing about John. John gains nothing from Jesus being the Messiah. In fact, he potentially loses a lot. Because for a long time, John was presumed to be the Messiah. John is really cool. Like, he's like super aesthetic. He's like everything that everybody thinks is going to be the Messiah. He's like wearing fur and stuff and eating bugs and living out in the middle of nowhere. And people are like, that John dude, he is for reals. So he's got disciples. He's doing his whole thing. He's living a cool life. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it, but God bless you, John. So, and then Jesus comes along. For Jesus to be the Messiah, John has to give up a lot. He has to give up his glory. He has to give up the rumor that he indeed is the Messiah. And quite literally, do you pick it up in this story? He gives up his own disciples. Now, disciples are handy people to have around because they do things for you. You see, everybody needs a few disciples. And he's going to lose some to Jesus. Here's the thing. Sharing the Christian message may not gain us much of anything. And that's okay. It might gain us more butts in the pews. It might not. And guess what? That's not the point. The point is when you and I live so loudly, with love so big and so strong, people can't help but notice, and people can't help but want to live a life like that too. And guess what? When we see that and when we hear that, we are called to say, come and see. And with that, come and see. The candidates for holy baptism, come on up. Now, how we
want you to know that you're welcome to join us at 10 a.m. on Sundays. Please be sure to hit subscribe to receive our sermons. We can't wait to meet you.